2, 1. Broadcasting tape delayed from the Pamunkey Gambling House and Resort located on the scenic Los Angeles River. The Sports Economy Show is on. You know what the Los Angeles River is?
What?
The Los Angeles River.
Is it in Los Angeles?
It's in Los Angeles. You know that big concrete thing where they shoot all the movies at?
No.
Oh, never mind. They've shot a lot of movies on the Los Angeles River. Anyway, you should look it up. YouTube.
Is that the one with the bridge?
Oh, their
There's
bridge.
a bridge that they always have in movies.
Yeah, their bridge is over.
It was in Joe Dirt.
Probably.
You ever watch Joe Dirt?
I've never seen Joe Dirt, but I did.
It's a good movie.
I did see a show where a guy got a hold of Joe Dirt's car. Anyway, it's out there for sale if you would like to buy it. All right, today's show is about sports gambling. The only thing in the world that matters in sports today is gambling, and you're going to find out why today and how important it is. Okay, here are some dates to remember. Dates to remember, okay?
Yep.
November 10th, 2015. August 6th, 2018. April 24th, 2020. Now, those dates mean nothing, but once I read this little piece of paper, you will go, wow, this is great. All right, so this just into the Sports Economy News Desk. New York bans DraftKings and FanDuel, calling daily fantasy sports illegal gambling. Did you know that they banned it once?
Oh,
big
yeah.
lawsuits going on, big lawsuits. All right, so here's the deal. New York State Attorney General Eric Schneiderman has declared websites like DraftKings and FanDuel to be illegal gambling. New York Attorney General, wrong one, here we go. I had to move one, sorry. Fantasy sites which have no oversight or regulation from the government, I added that because that's true.
From the government?
Yes, they have oversight and regulation from the people that participate because they get cheated, they're out. Have argued that sites constitute a game of skill rather than illegal gambling. The ruling calls for sites to stop accepting wagers from New York residents. Our investigation has found, unlike traditional fantasy sports, daily fantasy sports companies are engaged in illegal gambling under New York law, causing the same kinds of social and economic harms as other forms of illegal gambling, such as numbers games and nip joints and three-card money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all the same thing.
It's all the same thing. It is clear DraftKings and FanDuel are the leaders of a massive multi-billion-dollar scheme intended to evade the law and fleece sports fans across the country. Today we have sent a clear message, not in New York and not on my watch, baby. Just going to let you know that was on November the 10th, 2015. Fast forward. August 6th, 2018. New Jersey. What's in New Jersey? Atlantic City, baby. New Jersey approves DraftKings online sports betting. Next. Look at who saw the light. The New York Gaming Commission announced today that 4 licensed mobile sports wagering operators, Caesars Sportsbook, DraftKings, FanDuel, and Rush Street Interactive, has satisfied all statutory and regulatory requirements necessary to accept and process mobile sports wagering activity and been approved to commence operations with launch effective no other than Saturday, January 2022. New Jersey said, hey, we're going to do it. A couple years later, New York says, they're making too much money. We're going to start doing it. So
that's right. If it was, if we were to sum it up in the most generic way.
Yes.
Let's keep it real. They're making money.
They're making money
that we could make. If we do what they do, we will make it. So you know what? It's legal in New York. That's right. That's about the way to sum it up.
That's exactly the way you sum it up.
We are not going to let somebody else make money.
We're not letting New Jersey, our little brother across the river, ain't letting them do it. No. We're New York. We're the Empire State, baby.
That's right. How do I get the money that you are making?
They figured it out.
Banner
day in the annals of gambling. April 24th, 2020. DraftKings started trading on the NASDAQ stock exchange under the ticker DKNG. There you go. And DraftKings, on the side note, has a market capitalization of $18+ billion. It's a big deal. Yes, sir. Big deal. Now, JP is going to explain how big a deal it is in the year 2024.
All right. Well, I'm going to take a small step back and kind of go back to what you were talking about. I'm going to kind of focus on, as we say, and as we've said in earlier podcasts, what is the NFL?
It's the king of the ball, y'all.
Numero uno, right?
Right.
The top dog.
The gorilla.
That's right. Nothing bigger. So I'm kind of going to focus on the NFL because that's where the most betting is being made. There's bets being made on anything, literally any sport.
Pickleball.
I bet you there's professional pickleball. There's bets being placed.
There's bets being placed,
and that's illegal and non-legal and legal. So it just doesn't matter. But we're going to focus on legal bets and the amount of money that is being made, and I'm going to kind of focus on the NFL. So first of all, you said, what was the banner date in 2020?
April 24, 2020 is when DraftKings started trading in the stock market.
Okay. So with all that success in 2020, in 2021, the NFL decided, just like New York with New Jersey,
1 year later,
hey, if everybody's making money off of this gambling, and we're sitting there shunning gambling, you know what? Maybe it's time to change so we can get our hands in this as well.
So you're saying Roger Goodell got the owners together, and they all said, this is a good idea.
Oh, I believe it was just like New York.
It was just like New York.
Roger Goodell probably got behind closed doors and was like, hey, look here. How can we get that money from gambling? We have gone long enough where we have just shunned gambling in our society.
Open gambling. It's always been legal in the Cayman Islands, Atlantic City, and Las Vegas.
Right.
And nip joints.
Right. Bob's house down the street. Right. So, anyway, 2020, banner date, DraftKings goes
public.
Yep. Well, in 2021, the NFL decided to name DraftKings, Caesars, and FanDuel as its official betting partners.
Official betting. How much does it cost to be an official betting partner?
Well, I don't know how much it costs for them to give to the NFL, but it is estimated that the NFL will earn it's a 3-year deal. It's estimated that the NFL, when the deal is over, which I'm sure they will extend it because there's so much money involved, the NFL, after the 3-year deal, will estimatedly make about $1 billion just from this partnership.
In 3 years, they'll make $1 billion.
Yeah. Just for saying,
hey, come over here to talk.
You're our official partner.
Yeah.
Just for them to say, hey, we're associated with it. We are, technically, we are legally associated with the NFL. $1 billion. Easy money for the NFL.
This is easy money.
Do a few promos.
Yeah.
You
can put the shield on your site.
Right. $1 billion. Billion.
Billion.
Right. So, I'm going to go, with, the NFL to say that, the annual revenue estimated from legalized gambling, because you got to remember it's more widespread now that it's legalized. There's so many different ways of doing it, right? The annual revenue from sports bets will be $2.3 billion on the NFL, for the NFL.
Just the NFL. Now, is that counting Vegas books and Atlantic City books, or is that just
estimated for the NFL? They will get from sports betting.
Okay.
Right. Their profits based on gambling and revenue from being made from watching their sport, right? Because you got to remember, gambling also brings eyes to the table, right?
Yeah.
So, if you really, I think that's one of the biggest problems that other sports have, because the NFL has so many people watching that if you also include gambling, it just makes it even bigger. I mean, that's one of the reasons why the NFL is the king, because it's the most bet on major sport.
It brings up the excitement level for people
It does.
watching.
You
When you got money riding on it.
That's right. And,
yeah.
And part of that gambling is fantasy football. So there's an estimated 29 million people in this country play fantasy football.
Really?
And, a lot of people play just for fun. They literally play with their family members, play with their friends. They don't take any money. There are a lot of people who play and they do a little pool.
There's
and
big
they say,
pools.
But that is not legal gambling. Technically, it's just money being exchanged between friends and family members, right? But there are a lot of people who play on DraftKings and FanDuel, and that money brings eyes to the table. Like to the TV sets, and the NFL is benefiting greatly. But there's a, it's sort of like it's something that a lot of people have problems with for years, right? So if you take sports betting and you combine it with sports, it's not something that you really don't want to associate with the sport, but there's so much money involved that they just couldn't deny it anymore. And now they just gone all willy-nilly. How many times have you watched TV and literally saw television announcers in the middle of a break? Like kickoff. Players run the kickoff back, and then the offense and defense of the other team is coming on the field, and while they're saying that, there's the announcer going,
the betting line is.
The betting
over-under is.
Get your bets today for DraftKings.
I love that.
Only gamble responsibly. That's where they give you that little crap-ass, little, responsible tag, like they care. It's really just like, when we were kids and, parents were smoking 5 packs a day, and then you would look on that little side of this, cigarette pack, and there's that little
disclaimer.
Right. But they don't want you to stop smoking. They just put that there and be like, hey, you could die if you keep smoking, but we want you to keep buying cigarettes.
That's the gambling disclaimer.
It's the same thing. They know. There's a many people who could go broke, lose their families, lose their homes, whatever, from gambling.
But as long as we make our money.
That's right. We got our money. Hey,
we got our money.
That's tough. But we really care about you. But, just keep gambling.
We care about you.
Yep. That's exactly what it is.
Go to our phone app while you're at the stoplight.
Right. Hey, game's about to start. 5 minutes. So anyway, legal sports books in this country generated $11 billion in revenue last year.
Holy cow.
$11 billion. Now, when you say, most people go to the casino and bet, at sports, bet on sports casinos is actually a small amount of their revenue. Most of their revenue is the things that they kind of know you have less of a chance. I mean, betting, let's be honest, is 50-50. Whether what the odds are, or if what's a good bet or not, it's still 50-50, right? So it's not guaranteed that they're going to win in sports bets. Unlike casinos where, hey, you got a slim chance of winning.
Because the house always wins.
The house always wins.
So they need their money. So that's why the place on the Los Angeles River is so beautiful. The Pamunkey place on the river is so beautiful. The house always wins.
What is it?
You know about the Pamunkey?
I don't know. I don't know where you're bringing up this stuff today. It sounds made up.
The Pamunkey tribe is trying to build a gambling house. You know that? Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a
yeah.
Pamunkey tribe.
There is a Pamunkey Indian tribe, yes.
Okay.
We got to get past that.
Okay.
I thought it was funny.
It is funny. I'm laughing inside. So anyway, all that to say, I mean, when you look at, the bottom line, it's all about the NFL. It's all about, gambling. It's estimated the American Gaming Association, according to CNBC, expects $35 billion to be legally betted on the NFL alone this season, and it was over $112 billion of bets being taken.
Good night.
People love some NFL, and they love making bets.
No wonder the NFL got in on this racket.
But the fact that there's only, I guess, what you would consider I guess once you pay, this person being associated and this person being associated, and you total it to be $35 billion, there's really not a lot of winning when you consider it. It's just a lot of bets.
Yeah.
But you also make a profit off of so many people being involved in having a stake in their product.
Yeah. We should do a show on the fact that we know there are players out there, college and pro, they're betting.
Oh, yeah.
They're betting.
I mean, there's always,
where there's
the
money.
Hit King, Mr. Pete Rose.
Yeah. That NBA ref.
The NBA ref. That's right.
I forget what his name was, yes.
And then recently, John T. I think his name is John T. Porter for the NBA. Just got suspended this year because, they felt like he was doing some shady stuff.
Shohei Ohtani's
interpreter. That's right. Shohei
Ohtani's interpreter. Remember that?
That's right. Not Shohei.
He was cleared of all things in like 3.5 hours. You see how fast that went through?
Yeah.
No problem.
Not Shohei. Shohei couldn't have anything to do with that.
No, he had nothing to do with it. Speaking of that, he's in the World Series. Everybody be watching.
Congratulations.
Shohei versus the Yankees.
Yankees and the Dodgers. Congratulations to both.
Anyway, is that all we got for today?
I think that's all I got.
Okay, well, thanks for tuning in. Remember to hit the subscribe and like button because we need a gozillion so we can buy a gozillion worth of DraftKings stock to make a gozillion and get a better studio. Thank you. Goodbye.
So long, everybody.